Hey everyone, welcome to Retro Magazines and Patterns. I'm Sophie, and in today's video, we're going to flip through this Crochet World magazine from February of 1979. So we're coming up on February as it is, and there's a fun few holidays in February. Obviously, we have Valentine's Day. I believe Mardi Gras will be coming up shortly here, Fat Tuesday. And then my father's favorite holiday of the year is Groundhog's Day. And he loves Groundhog's Day because there is nothing expected from you on that holiday. So it's an easy, fun holiday for him to celebrate. But anyways, I thought we would take a look at this issue, see what we can find in here. It's going to be obviously a little different from some of those knitting magazines that we've been looking at. I don't expect to find crazy, technically beautiful, fine knit pieces, but I do expect to find a lot of fun, kitschy things in here. That's why I like Crochet World so much. I also thought that I would use this video as an opportunity to kind of like review a new yarn that I picked up recently. I picked up a skein of the Bernat Fab Floral yarn, like a fabric t-shirt yarn. And I thought I would just kind of give you guys some of my thoughts on that at the end. So if you're interested in that, stick around. And as always, at the end of the video, I will also be sharing a few select patterns. So make sure you check at the end to see which patterns I share also. But let's go ahead and start flipping through this one. So we have some ads for some of the other publications that they do, like Doll World. I've seen Doll World. I don't own any. I'm not a doll collector, even though I do enjoy making toys and things like that. Okay, so here are our contents over here. And over here, crochet pillow for a novice. And it says a new wrinkle. So here is the crochet pillow down here. That's actually pretty cute. I imagine that in like a pastel pink or even maybe like a lavender, not violet, lavender. Which one's the pastel? Lavender? I don't know. But I think that would be really pretty in pastels. I really like that. It looks simple, quick, fun to work on. Nice little cushion. Next, designs in crochet. So it looks like this is a chair set. This is the butterfly and rose matching chair set and runners in filet. So you have the chair set and runners, it looks like. I've mentioned this before, but I would really like to have a chair set. I have a little armchair that I use in my little crochet nest area that I have. And I thought it would be kind of cute to work up something like a chair set. I've yet to settle on one. I really do like this though. I like the kind of Victorian, feminine floral, garden motif on there. So that's a good one. I like that. Do any of you out there have chair sets or use them? I'm curious. I know it's kind of like a lost home decor piece, but I'm just curious if anybody out there still uses them or appreciates them. The Spiral Puff Stitch Afghan. So we have this like hexagonal Afghan here. This is interesting. It looks like over here they have like an illustration of it. But that's a nice texture on it for sure. That's an interesting Afghan. I think that might be a lot of fun to work on if you enjoy Afghans, but maybe you're looking for something a little bit different. You could get real fun with the colors there. That'd be fun in like rainbows or something. Fashion dolls in crochet. So this is not just Barbie clothes. These are full dolls. So that's really fun. You don't generally see the full doll, especially in these magazines. You get a lot of like clothes for dolls of certain sizes, but that's fun to see the full size. Over here, it says the body for both dolls, legs. So you're getting the full pattern here. And that's good to have, actually. I actually had an idea for a classic TV doll that I wanted to work on and share with you guys. And this might be a good pattern to work from. So we'll have to see. They have the pantsuit, Marsha's costume over here, and Christina's costume. hookups. So here is the crochet pattern of the month, and it's the sweater from the cover. So you could see from the cover it was done in blues, and it does have that short sleeve sweater style. So you can see that long sleeve shirt underneath, which is kind of a cool touch. You don't see that so often currently. I know it goes in and out of style, wearing the short sleeve shirt over the long sleeve shirt. But I like that. I think it looks really nice, and you could get really fun with those colors. I actually think that would be a really fun Valentine's Day sweater if you change those colors up to like pinks and reds and white. So we have the show it off section. So this was obviously prior to Pinterest and Facebook and Instagram. So if you made something you were super duper proud of and you wanted to show it off, you would send it in here. So these are some really pretty pieces though. If you look at it, they picture them really nicely. The stitching looks really good on them. Look at this cute little turtle over here and this beautiful little christening set with that cute little newborn in there. That's really very sweet. With some more show it off. So some Afghans, bedspreads. I thought this one was funny. I was looking through and saw this. Not only is this about the dolls that she made, but I think it said that her husband did the chairs and tables for the dolls made out of aluminum cans. So they have a whole set going on. Over here we have some more dolls. But what I really found interesting in her pictures here was this one here, and she has all these stacks of what I would like to believe are crochet and knitting magazines. So I think that was funny too, because it looks so nice and neat, but you can tell she really appreciates her crafting magazines. So the rhyme of the stitches. Oh, but I guess it's giving you some ways to use it nonetheless. They do have a pattern here for some crocheted grapes, which that's really funny because I recently put away all of my holiday stuff and kind of brought out some of the things I like to decorate with at this time of year. It tends to get very Victorian around here. I have all my little floral pieces and gilded pieces out. And one thing that I do have are, I think it's 3 bunches of small glass grapes, which it took forever for me to find some, but I finally found some. But I think that would be a cute little addition. If you didn't have glass grapes, you could make your own there. They have pattern here for the original crochet turban, so nothing really fancy there. It looks like just a long rectangle, but nice to know. Rushes in the Sun stylized pillows. So this is an embroidery piece they have. Teach a friend to crochet. So some little tips here. So if any of my friends out there are trying to learn, I'll kind of leave this up for a second if you want to take a screenshot of that, or if you know somebody who is trying to learn, maybe this will help you with some tips on how to teach them. I think that's cute. I can remember starting my crochet journey and just trying to really dig into it and figure things out. It was a really exciting time. You know, you find all these things, you get all these ideas, learning new things. So it's exciting for anybody out there who's trying to start. Oh, we have an old-fashioned girl doll costume. So this is what I meant before when I said they often don't have the doll pattern just for the clothes. But that's really pretty. It's like a Southern Belle dress. Children's fashions, Patsy dress and hair ornament. Look at her in her little dress there. And then we have some more over here. That's really pretty. It's like very lacy. So is this one over here. And they look so sweet with their little Mary Janes and ruffled socks. Oh boy. So if you are looking for a nightmare, here you go. Tall clown doll. This is funny. First of all, I do see the use of the variegated yarns. So you could get real fun with some of those kind of less expensive red heart variegated super saver yarns, like the, rainbow colored ones and stuff. They got the polka dot tie. I don't, maybe it's just because it's black and white, but the circles around the eyes are very haunting. So, but it looks like what makes this doll so very tall are these nice, like, big spiral legs, which is kind of cool, honestly. If you weren't too keen on this creepy doll face, this clown doll, you could probably take the pattern as it is and maybe make it into a pretty little doll. Less terrifying, I think. Crochet yarns. So here it looks like they are trying to find and share patterns. Okay, now we have the commode top. So I don't know if anybody still uses these. I know they're easy to find at the store. You can buy like, little ones that you can throw in the washing machine and things like that. It's not something that I have in my bathroom. But if you are looking for a basic pattern, you want to do your own thing or, elaborate, embellish, could probably use this or make just the one that they have here if that's something you're looking for. I liked over here, this one I thought was really fun. If you look real close at the Bert doll, it's a really good doll. I think it looks just like Bert. So this is a character doll. They do not call it Bert, but this is the pattern for him. Moving on with crochet, cute little pair of booties. So those are really sweet. I do love to knit or crochet a pair of booties. So I'm always excited when I know somebody's going to be welcoming a new member to their family because it's a great excuse for me to make a pair of booties. I don't know what it is about them. I think it's because they work up quickly and they're cute and little and you can use fun colors. I just like making them. Crochet questions over here. Adventures in Crochet by Ricky. And it says the folded tube, an adventure in tubular crochet. So it looks like they are turning tubes into, it looks like a bag here for the ladies' muff bag. And they have the pattern and everything there. Child's muff bag, bolster or pajama bag, beach bag. Crochet potpourri, which it looks like just a continuation of looking for patterns and things like that. Christine Morgan is looking for a ball winder. Fashion dolls and crochet continuing here. So those were the ones that we saw earlier that are the fully crocheted doll. The Puritan bedspread. That's very pretty. I like that. And I love a good tassel, so that's a nice touch. But that's a really pretty motif there. I like that a lot. And then over here, the log cabin. And that's a nice kind of more masculine looking bedspread. Sorry. But that's very nice. The Spice of Crochet variegated yarn. So I did see this earlier. And I thought it was really interesting because what this article is and what it's talking about is using variegated yarn for planned pulling. They don't call it that, but if you read through the instructions, that is exactly what it's explaining. So I thought this was really interesting. We touched on planned pulling a little bit when we were going over the Red Heart Christmas yarn video, which is something I'm interested in giving a good go to. And I might even try it based off of these instructions just to see how these work for me. But yeah, I like that. I thought it was really fun to see the plan pulling technique in the issue here from 1979. So that was really cool. Crocheted Bicentennial Flag, a great way to remember that historic year. So they have a crocheted American flag there. If anybody out there is not aware, we are going to be coming up here on our 250th tennial. I can't remember what they're calling it, so excuse me for that, but I do know we're coming up on that. Pocket watch and pillow watch. That's fun. So we have a little pocket watch that you could put in your pocket, or you have a pillow size, 8-inch. Is that a good pillow size? It seems rather small to me, but be fun if you have a little bit of a Alice in Wonderland theme going on. Coronation chair set, a glimpse of the past. That's a nice chair set also. That one looks a lot more sturdy than the one we were looking at earlier, the one with roses and butterflies. I like that. I like that a lot. That actually looks to me like it would be entertaining to work on as well. The pattern looks like it would be a fun pattern. Over here, curtain pool. So these look real similar to all of those vintage snowflake patterns that I was sharing with you guys at the end of last year. But these are curtain pools, which I rather like. That's a fun idea. And they have 3 on this page. And then 4, 8 over here. Neat little ones. I like this one. That one's really pretty. This one's kind of interesting. You got the nice tassel there. That's probably a good pattern to know in general, making a tassel like that. But that would be a really cute touch. So if you are somebody decorating with all of your cute handmade items and things like that, and you want a quick, fun little project that would be useful, this might be great for that. Doll dress pattern. So we have this cute little bridal dress for this baby doll here. Pattern fits dolls with these dimensions. So they give you all of the dimensions for the doll there, which is nice. I don't know that they sell as many craft dolls as they used to nowadays, or if at all. I'm really not sure. I can't remember the last time I even looked for a craft doll or craft doll parts at like a Michael's or something. But it's nice that they give you all of that if you can find it and you're looking to make it. Indian motif, multicolored Afghan. That's very pretty. It's actually, I wish they would show up or show a close-up there of the stitchwork. That's nice. Wrapping twine rose money belt. How we carry our mad money seems to be the fashion focal point for 79. The big news is money belts. So cute little piece there. We have our how-to. And then just some ads here. And I think that's about it for this issue. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, Crochet World is really just for the fun, kitschy side of crochet. I really enjoy that part of it. I do love a good fine pattern with a lot of technique, but I also really enjoy being able to make just fun, quick, kitschy little things. And that's why I like these a lot. So I hope you guys like that one. But I'm going to go ahead and just share with you guys a little bit about that Bernat Fab yarn that I used recently. So I was at Walmart and I saw these skeins on an end cap. And I was really excited because I had seen like an ad online for it. And you guys know me, anything that is pastel and or floral is going to grab my attention. So when I saw the ad for this pastel and floral fabric yarn, I was immediately hooked. However, when I saw the price, I was a little shocked because it's not a huge skein of yarn. Now at Walmart, it was a couple cents under $12. It was like $11.97 or something like that. When I looked it up online, I think it's even more expensive if you buy direct from their website. I think it's the Yarnspirations website, and it is $14.99 a skein. So you can see from the picture, it's not big. You're not getting a ton out of it. That being said, I did think that the yarn was fairly nice. So I do have a little bit left from what I was working on. So I'll just show you guys here. It's a nice like cotton feeling t-shirt yarn. It's got a little bit of stretch to it, not much. And I don't know if you can see, but it is padded. There's a little bit of cotton batting on the inside too. So it does stay like hold its shape. It's nice and puffy. Now, I went ahead and bought obviously a skein for the $12 that they had. And I was actually expecting to work on one of the baskets that were on the label. They had a pattern for nesting baskets. But when I opened up the pattern, it required a minimum of 4 balls for the small basket, 5 for the medium, and 6 for the large. So doing the math, if I were to make all 3 of those baskets based on the instructions that they gave for the materials, I would be spending anywhere from between $180 to $225 for that set of nesting baskets. So that was a little disappointing. I just do not have the budget to make myself a $200 set of nesting baskets. But I did want to go ahead and see what I could come up with the one skein that I bought. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. So the first thing that I came up with was, and I'm sure this is probably fairly obvious, but I needed a cute little spring coaster. So I made a little coaster with it, which is cute. It fits my glass that I use. It looks really nice on my end table there where I have all my cute little springy Victorian things. So I really liked it for that. I will say that it does call for a size 7 crochet hook, and I found that to be not large enough. It was too difficult for me to work with. So I actually ended up working with a, what size is this? This is an 11.5. Whoops. You might be able to use a 10. I didn't actually have one that I could find. This is an old crochet hook that I have, and I do not use sizes this big. But for this size yarn, it worked really well for me. So if you are having trouble working with the yarn, I would suggest sizing up your crochet hook. That did help me a lot. Okay, so I did make this coaster. The next thing that I made with this yarn was a cute little trinket dish. So just something that I could maybe put some rings in or some stitch markers. I liked it. It was easy, simple. It's basically a coaster, then working a round of back loop only and finishing off there at the end. But you could put a couple more rounds on that and create a basket or a coaster holder or something like that. They do have really pretty patterns. So if you wanted to buy more than one color, you can make a cute set of coasters with it. But trinket dish, that was item number 2. Now, the third thing that I made out of it was a cute little crocheted bangle. So I thought that was fun. I love a good accessory. I like jewelry. You can ask my husband. He gets me some every year for Christmas. But this was just a fun little bracelet. I thought it would look really cute in the floral pattern. So I worked up a little bracelet. Now I made one more item. I have obviously enough here to make a few more little things, maybe one more small thing. I was thinking of making maybe a heart-shaped keychain. I keep seeing this like Bernat Yarnspirations short online where they make this cute little heart keychain. And I know I have enough to make that, so I might give that a try. But the last thing that I have already made, and I think this might be my favorite just because it's creative and cute and fun, is this cute little necklace. So I don't know about you guys. I really think this is adorable. So this took me all of 5 minutes to make too. And I'll make sure to link the pattern to this below. It's a free pattern online. And I think it's 3 rows. It's like chain, I think 16. Then it's some double crochets and some slip stitches and things like that. And then you're done. So I really like this. I thought this was really fun. It worked up really cute and the colors are great. So if you had a cute, maybe like white maxi dress or something for the spring, something like that would look really great to complement it. So, but those are the things that I made with my Bernat Fab Floral yarn. And, obviously this is not sponsored or anything like that. It's just something that I saw and wanted to try, and I just wanted to share with you guys. But I'm curious about your thoughts on it. If you think that, you know, $12 to $15 for a skein that size of novelty yarn is too much, would you guys give it a try? Would you be willing to buy a few of them to create something out of this yarn? What kind of things would you make with it? I'm just curious. I just wanted to pick your guys' brain because I don't always indulge in novelty yarns and things like that. But like I said before, I do love a good floral and a good pastel. So that was just calling my name. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed flipping through that Crochet World magazine with me, and you enjoyed my little spiel here on the Bernat Fab Floral yarn and what I thought about it. But until the next video, I hope you guys are having fun working on all of your new projects for this year and finishing up some old ones, and I will see you then. Bye!